Hi guys, this is Jess from Lustrous Plans. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome to my March haul. As you can see, we're going to hit the ground running. We have quite a bit to go through. I have a very exciting candle order from Throw & Co. There's TaylorMade Creative Planning, Saucy Stickers Co., The Pretty Pink Co. ×2, The Giving Girl, Fleur Paper Studio, Letters to Apollo, and Rose Colored Daze. So let's just dive right in because it's going to be a long one. Okay, I'm going to kick off this haul with my order from Throw Candle Co. This is a small business owned by Mariah from Mariah's Imperfect Plans. She makes incredible candles, and I can already tell you the smell coming out of this box is like giving me so much life. It's incredible. So let's get this stuff out of the box and I will show you what I picked up. So if you watched my last haul, you will have seen that I picked up some smaller candles from Mariah when I met her in person at Galentine's with a Plan. She brought some samples of her candles and I was hooked right off the bat because they all smelled so good. I'm a sucker for candles anyway. Like I have a ton just around my house. And so when I first smelled the ones she had, I knew I was gonna place like a whole other order on her website because she has a lot of scents to offer. One thing that I really like about her website is that there's a ton of information about candles in general. Like her FAQ page has a lot of good information about why she picks the wax that she uses. This is all stuff I had no idea about before I went to her website, but she uses apricot wax, which is a cleaner burning wax, as opposed to like paraffin wax, which I think most candles include. But it burns cleaner, it's FDA approved, and it's just like a overall really nice candle burning experience. She also uses wooden wicks, which I love because I love that crackling sound. It's very like ASMR when you're burning your candle. But I also didn't know that a lot of candle wicks have like metal in them, and so when you burn them, they could release toxins like lead in the air, which is not great. So I'm really excited to have these kind of candles in my home because I trust that they're cleaner and safer to inhale. So that's a big win. But yeah, let me just get into what I purchased this time. She introduced a few new scents like last month to her website, so I picked some up, but I also got a larger size of Desert Bloom, which is the best smelling candle I've ever smelled. So yeah, I picked up some ones to try out before I get larger sizes, but then I also stocked up on Desert Bloom products because I'm obsessed with that scent. It smells so good. But I know she updated her contact cards, so these are not necessarily like the ones that you'd get in your order, but the information on them is the same. So we'll go through that real quick. This is her thank you card. So yeah, these are all her handles. And then this one says, say hello to your new favorite Throw. And it has all the candle care on here. In my next purchase, I'm probably going to get one of the candle wick trimmers because she has really cute ones on her website. It does say here you can use scissors, but the wick trimmers that she offers are like angled, so they'll like provide a more even trimming for your wicks because as you burn wooden wick candles, like the wick itself kind of like burns up, so you have to trim it down to make sure that it's burning efficiently. This is all really good information, so if you want to pause that, you can read it all. And then I also picked up a diffuser because, like I said, the Desert Bloom scent is quickly becoming my favorite scent in the whole world. So I wanted a diffuser so I can smell it in my office at all times. So this is the info for that. I love that she includes all this info because it really takes all the guesswork out, which I appreciate. But let's dive right in. So I'm intrigued by this, so I'm going to open it first. I think this might be the diffuser. Oh, okay. So I also I have a problem. I I wish that I could convey the scent through this camera right now because it's so good. Her candles on her website all include scent notes in the description. So when you're going to look at like what they smell like, Like I said, it's really hard to convey the smell of things through like digital means. But on her website, another thing I really appreciate is that she includes scent notes. And another thing that I learned is that each candle has three different scent notes. So there's the top note, which is like the first scent that you experience when you first like open up the candle or when you first start burning it. So like the initial smell. And then there's the middle note, and that's what you smell after the top note kind of fades away. So like once it's burning for a little bit. And then there's the base note, which is the scent that results from like the candle fully melting, like all of the wax melting, and it's kind of just like marinated, if that makes sense. So yeah, those are the three scent notes. And every candle has different notes based on the top, the middle, and the base. So your overall scent experience is like a combination of the three. But Mariah includes all of that information on every listing for each candle. So Desert Bloom, I'll just go through like what those notes are. So hopefully that will help convey like what it actually smells like. But it's just, it's almost indescribable because it smells so good. But for Desert Bloom, the top notes, which are the first notes that you smell, are green and citrus. And then the middle notes are coconut and floral. And then the bottom notes, so once it's all melted and like has been burning for quite a while, the bottom notes are musk and woodsy. It's kind of not surprising that Desert Bloom is my favorite because musk is like one of my favorite scent notes ever. So it checks out that that would be my favorite. But like I said, I kind of went a little wild getting this scent in all of her different options because I would just want to be able to smell it anywhere I go. So long story short, this is a car diffuser, which is really cool. I love that she offers this. It's basically like a mini version of her scent diffusers. So I believe for car diffusers, you remove the stopper and then I believe you just put this back on. I might be incorrect in that, but you could also like put some of the oil onto the wooden top and that will help like release the scent. But you can hang this from your like rear view mirror and so it just kind of like emanates the space. So I really love this. I love the design of it and the aesthetic. It's really cute. So let's get into the candles that I picked up. She has different sizes. She has 2-ounce, 7-ounce, and I think 12-ounce. These are a great way to try out her scents. Get a smaller sample size before you commit. We also included this one, this little wax melt sample, which is great. So she has wax melts, candles, diffusers, and car diffusers. And I think also room sprays. She's got a lot of different mediums for her scents, which I really appreciate because like depending on where you want to use it in your home or your car or office, like you might need a different vessel. So it's really cool that she offers all of those. Wow. Okay, hiatus please. Smells really good. I don't have the scent notes for this one on hand, but I'll list them on the screen. But it's so fresh. It really like reminds me of like laundry day. So, oh, that smells so good. I'll definitely have to pick up that candle next time. So yeah, I got some 2-ounce sizes just to try out before I commit to larger sizes. So we'll start with Golden Hour. This one, the top notes are warm spices. The middle notes are vanilla tonka, and then the bottom notes are cedarwood, sandalwood, amber, musk, cocoa, and butter. And amber is another one of my favorite scent notes, so I'm really excited about this one. Oh, wow. This one smells so romantic. Like, it's very soft and warm and sweet. Like the vanilla, I can kind of smell it. I'm sure it comes out more when you're burning it, but it's just so cozy feeling, like, or so cozy smelling. I don't know how else to describe it. It's a real challenge trying to describe scents on camera, but it smells so good. I can already tell this one's going to be really lovely to burn. Okay, next up we have Spa Day. So the top notes for this one are lemon, orange, lime, mint, and basil, which when I saw that on the website, I was like, sign me up, because I love a refreshing scent, especially on days when I'm like cleaning the house and I just want the whole home to feel like really fresh. So that's the top notes. The middle notes are sage, cedar leaf, herbaceous, and eucalyptus. Again, amazing. And then the bottom notes are earth and musk. So when I see musk, I'm like, sign me up. But I think spa day is an appropriate title for this candle because that sounds like the ideal spa day scent. Wow. That smells so good. I cannot wait to burn all of these. They all have such complex like scents. Like the longer you smell them, the more you pick up from the scent notes listed. Um, it's really hard to describe, but it smells like pretty woodsy. I guess that's because of all of the herbs that are included in this scent. But it's so like rejuvenating. I keep going back to smell more because it's like it's just giving me life. That smells so good. And here's the woodwick if you couldn't tell. So I'm obsessed with that one. Love it. And then last up for the 2 ounces, I got satin sheets. This one's top notes are sandalwood and patchouli. And then the middle notes are rose, lilac, orange, wine, and geranium, which I find really interesting. And then the bottom notes are oak and musk. So again, got the musk. This one, when I saw the scent notes, it reminded me of like a mulled wine. So I'm gonna be interested to see like if that kind of like comes out when I smell it. Mm. Wow. Okay, I'm definitely picking up on the rose in this one. It smells very like floral, but not overwhelmingly so. Like this smells like so subtle and so lovely. Like I could see myself like taking like a bubble bath with like rose petals and burning this one because it smells so good. So lovely. Okay, that's a really good one. I am obsessed with all of these scents and I can't wait to burn them all. So it looks like she included extra reeds, which I appreciate. Thank you, Mariah. I also love this packaging. It's so classy. So props to Mariah for that. Here is the reed diffuser. Again, this is the Desert Bloom scent. So it's that like musky, coconut, floral, green citrus smell. But this is the one where you insert the reeds, and then every 3 to 6 days you can flip it because the reeds absorb the oil and diffuse the scent in the air. So you can flip these every few days just to kind of freshen them up. Super excited to have that in my office so I can smell this lovely scent all day. But that's not all, folks, because after I placed my first order, I went back and was like, if I were to add this candle, could you combine it with my first order? So this is the Desert Bloom in her 10 ounce. Okay, so it was 10 ounce, not 12. My bad. So I did go back and get this one because I just know how much I love this scent. So I wanted it in all of the options. And now I do have it in all the options. I have the car diffuser, the 10-ounce candle, and the room diffuser. So I am set for quite a while and I love it. I will say, I think the confetti from the packaging kind of rubbed off on it. That's what these little like fibers are. So yeah, that is my full order from Fro Candle Co. We're in the process of figuring out my discount code, but if I have it by the time that I post this, I will leave that right here. I can't recommend these candles highly enough. Like if you love candles or even like wax melts or scent diffusers, like definitely try out her shop because she really puts a lot of care and thought into her scents and you can really tell when you burn them. So check out Mariah's website. I'll put a link in the description for you. And let's move on to the next shop. Okay, next up, I will be going into an order that I placed with Rose Colored Daze. So she recently released a bunch of like polka dot themed terrible washi color washes. That's a mouthful, sorry. So I picked up a ton of those, but then also some foiled stuff. So here are the freebies. We have a functional sheet with what looks like red foil, which is really interesting. And then a March calendar. I love that she does these as her freebies. So very functional. And then we have this thick stack to go through. So I picked up these spring word like definitions in light gold and rose gold foil. She did these for fall as well, and I just thought they were really cool. So they have different like spring themed words with their definitions. And I think these will be really fun to layer with like little collages. So pick those up. And then I went a little wild. So Lauren, the owner of Rose Colored Daze, comes out with these really fun, like seasonal colorways for her terrible washi, and then she also has different foiled overlays on top of the colors. So it gives you quite a few possibilities for customization. I tried to keep it chill, but I did not succeed. So this is, I believe, like the spring colorway, and this overlay is called the newspaper overlay. So let me find some white paper to show you the colors a little more accurately. So I don't have the colors offhand, but if I remember to, I'll put them at the bottom of the screen. But I purchased the bundles for each one. So this one's kind of like a gray, and the color is, or the foil color is light gold. This one feels more like beige or like taupe. So compared to this one, it's definitely more gray toned. This is more brown. Here's a really pretty like sage green. I love how impactful these are. Oh, this one's really pretty. It's kind of like a cornflower blue. And this one's like lavender, lilac almost. And a nice soft pink. I love these colors for spring. So yeah, that's the 6 spring colors with the newspaper overlay in light gold. And then I also picked them up in rose gold. I know I've said it a million times, but I'm just not vibing with silver these days. So I skipped that this time, and I'm happy that I did because I think light gold and rose gold complement these colors so well. I'm sure silver would too, but it's just so pretty. And then I picked up the same colors with the polka dot overlay. So I know that Cassie was super excited about these because she's really been trying to get polka dots to be like a thing in the community. So we are one step closer with these. These are so pretty. Just something about the foiled polka dots like adds so much to the sheet. But here are the 6 colors in light gold. And then we have them in rose gold. So I can't wait to pull these into spring spreads. Since they're on washi paper, you can tear them into any shape that you like. And they just make for a really impactful wash of color in the background. So very excited to have these. That's my order from Rose Colored Daze. Next up is my order from the Giving Girl. She did a Twinkle Tuesday recently that stole my heart, and so I had to get it. It is the Cupid's Cafe collection. Jennifer is just so talented. Like everything about her collections is so like unique and thoughtful and like so special. So I'm like obsessed with her shop these days, and I'm not mad about it. So we'll start with the freebies. So I waited a hot minute to pick up this collection just because I was kind of on the fence about getting it. Like it's a coffee themed collection, and I love coffee. Don't get me wrong, like it's my lifeblood, but something about coffee themes just aren't in my comfort zone, but this one really got me. So we'll go through the freebies first. This is the all orders freebie. So cute. I love these little swatches. That's really fun. And then if you are part of her Facebook group, you can check that off on her website and you'll get an extra little freebie. These tiny collages are everything. That's so cool. I hope there are more of those in the collection itself. And then these are just duplicates of the collection. So I picked up the whole collection on washi paper. I'm pretty sure that's her only paper option anymore, which I'm totally fine with because I prefer it. So we'll go through sheet by sheet. I'm really loving that she's including these with her bundle because it makes showing them very easy. So here's page 1. Jennifer's really talented with creating like scenes like this that have a lot of depth to them. It's really lovely. Also really vibing these tiny coffee stains. I think what sold me on this collection was the coffee stain sheet, which I'll get to in a second, but it's so cute. Oh, this cat. It's so pretty. I'm really enjoying all these tiny little swatches. They'll be really fun to layer with. Page 3. Yum. This is so cool. I feel like these kind of compositions are a little newer to her collections, and I'm really here for it. Here's page 4. Large scenes. I always appreciate those. I also always love that she includes like quotes like this. Makes it really easy to create your own collages with. Here's page 5. I'm so excited about these. I can't get enough of them. Like, look at how much thought went into that. You got little coffee stains, some coffee beans, some florals, and just like little vintage text. Really, really nice. Here's page 6. Lattes and laughter. Man, this really makes me want to go to a cafe. Page 7. Wow, that's so nice. I've mentioned this before, but I also love the way that Jennifer composes her scenes and little collages. Like, you get different orientations. So, depending on the space you need to fill, you have a lot of options. Here's page 8. I also really appreciate that she fills all the space with little like sparkles and dot clusters, because that's just like a fun little detail to add to a spread. Page 9. See what I mean? Like, this is so elongated. It's going to be really nice for filling space. Page 10. Cappuccinos and cozy talks. I feel like this collection has some smaller scale stuff, which I'm not mad about because it's always good to have variety. Here's page 11. It's so lovely. Page 12. Ooh, so this one's kind of a larger pre-built collage. You have the scene of two ladies enjoying coffee together, and then a little scene in the background, but also layering elements. Page 13. Wow, I can't wait to use this. This is going to be so fun. And page 14. I love this. Such a cool theme. And then I picked up multiples of all of these sheets because I'm crazy. But I got 2 of the large florals. And then, yep. And I'm pretty sure I placed another order for these with her most recent collection. So I will have a ton of these, but I'm not mad about it because I really love the heart-shaped ones. Like, that's so unique. And then again, I picked up extras of the alcohol ink, or watercolor washes as she calls them. But I also like these colors a lot, and they're pretty neutral, so I think they'll go with a lot of different spreads. So even if I don't use them all with this collection, I'll have them on hand. And then lastly, I got the plaid pattern color washes. So super excited about this collection. It's so beautiful. It's more neutral than I generally go for, but I think Jennifer's shop is the exception to like any rule because her taste and eye for design is just impeccable. So that's my order from The Giving Girl. Next up, we have an order from Letters to Apollo. I'm super excited about this. She's been killing the game with her decorative collections lately, so very excited to see what this one has in store. But I'll start with the foiled stuff. So I picked up these hot air balloons in the large scale. I really love the design of these, and I've been enjoying using like larger foiled deco in my journaling spreads lately, so I'm very happy to have these. I have a Simple Paper Co. collection that has like a lot of hot air balloons, so I'll definitely be pulling these into that. And then I just picked up her swaying lantern sheet in gold foil because I have a Lunar New Year kit from Starlight Paper Studio that I think these will go really nicely with. And then let's get into the collection itself. So this is called the Fresh and Flourish Journal Bundle. Let me get my white paper. I ordered it on washi paper because I am obsessed. Um, and it's like this really fun, like cottage core theme. So pretty. Look at that. And it's foiled in light gold foil. It's really pretty. I love these greens. Very perfect for March. Here's the dates. I think this is a new format for her. So it has every single day of March listed out, which is really fun, pretty unique. You get 4 March scripts, a calendar for March, and a set of date numbers, and then these larger letters. Really pretty. Here is the Fresh and Flourish photo deco page. I love this sticker. It's so large and impactful. Like, wow. And the layering on that is incredible. And then you get 3 different photo frames that are also pre-layered. Jess's ability to like layer and create collages is top tier. It's so impressive. Here is the layering sheet, speaking of. So you get a bunch of pre-layered elements in different like orientations and sizes, which I always appreciate. That's so pretty. Here are the florals. So pretty. They feel like magnolias, and I love magnolias, so I'm here for that. Here's the jumbo scenes. Speak for themselves. They're very large scale. It's so nice. I love that chair. Okay, then we have the scene mix. So you get some smaller scenes and then also some like collage trims. I'm not sure what else to call these, but they're really pretty. So this one, the orientation would have to be like at the bottom of your page because otherwise your furniture is topsy-turvy. But this one, it feels like you could layer or you could orient in any direction and it would make sense. Here's the elements page. Lots of furniture, which I'm here for. Like, I love this aesthetic. It's such a vibe. Here is the Fresh and Flourish stamps page. Really love these. Oh, look at these tiny little ducklings. I love this. And then we have the ephemera page. So lots of tickets and little stubs and postage stamps. This is a great layering page. And then I just picked up an extra of the florals. And here's the full color wash page. I love this design. Like, that's so cool. Wow. And then there was a mistake with my last order. I had ordered a duplicate of this sheet and received a different one. So I reached out and she threw this into this order. So thank you, Jess. And then lastly, I got the mood board for Fresh and Flourish. I haven't actually used one of these just yet, but I'm really excited to try it out in my Nisha Fernando journal. I think this will be perfect for the weekly pages, but it's got like all of your elements all in one. It's so cool. I love that Jess creates these. They're very unique. And then the boxes have foil on them, which is really cool. So yeah, that is my order from Letters to Apollo. I'm really excited about my next order because this is my first time ordering from Fleur Paper Studio. So my understanding is that this shop is based in India, but to allow for them to ship more easily to American customers or Canadian customers, she partnered with Mehek of the Pretty Pink Co. So the Pretty Pink Co. covers their manufacturing for North America. That's my understanding. But it's really exciting because it gives customers like me easier access to this shop. And you can tell that the shop owner has a lot of eye for design. She has really pretty designs in her shop. So I'm really excited to get into what I ordered. I believe I ordered this during the UPS sale. So she was having a shop-wide sale and I took it as my opportunity to pick up some of her decorative collections. But here are some of the freebies. Really nice. They're all on washi paper, which I'm totally here for. Oh, that swing is so cool. That's beautiful. Oh, and this is also a freebie. And so is this. Wow. That's very generous for freebies. I'm not sure if those were just during the sale or what, but I'm very happy to have all these. They're almost like a full collection in and of themselves. Okay, so I'll start off with the gardenia collection. I just ordered the full bundle for this to try out. I think it's one of her older collections, but I really like the theme and colors for it. It's definitely like a summery kit. So here's the bouquets page, the deco. I will say these are pretty small scale, which is interesting. So we get 3 scenes and then some smaller deco. Those look incredible. I can't tell. They look like a mix between churros and eclairs. It's interesting. Here's the stamps page. There's a ton of different stamps. I like that they have like black stamp elements on them. Here are the torn strips. The dates and swatches. So 2 sets of date numbers and then some swatches to layer with. Corners. Floral edge trims. This is a lot smaller of a scale than I expected, which I'm actually not mad about because this size, which feels like it's about 5 or 5.5 inches wide, will be perfect for my A5 journal. Usually I have to trim them down to fit my journal because they're generally like 6 to 7 inches long, but that's a really fun scale. Here's the edges page, and then the long floral edges. Interesting. So these are 2 different sheets, but they feel like kind of the same thing. So it's interesting that she offered both of those, but I am not mad about it because I love me some florals. And then we have scenes 1, so 3 different scenes, and then more florals to fill the space, which I always appreciate. And scenes 2, and scenes 3. Wow. So right off the bat, I'm noticing like kind of a lack of individual deco and um, kind of a surplus of scenes, which I can definitely make work, but it will be a little challenging just because I'm used to like making collages with individual deco pieces, but this will be really fun to try out. Her format has since changed a bunch, so this is definitely not an accurate representation of like current stickers in her shop, but I'm excited to try this out when it's a little more summery in my planner. Oh, I also picked up these 2 sheets. So even more scenes and then some larger deco, which is nice. And I am here for the fact that they're all food. It's definitely giving like Italian countryside vibes. So here for that. And then I got the alcohol swatches. But the main reason that I was trying out her shop was that she came out with this gorgeous collection called Ethereal Garden recently. So I wanted to pick that up. I'll use a mailer. So this one is on washi paper. The previous one was premium matte, if that wasn't abundantly clear. But this is her newest format. So here's the bouquets. These colors are so beautiful. I love this peach with the purples. Such a vibe. Here's the collages page. Wow, that's so pretty. I think I'm going to use rose gold foil with this now that I'm looking at it. It's so stunning. I like the compositions she created. Here's Deco 1. So we definitely get more like individual elements. Really pretty stuff. Deco 2. And Deco 3. So I'm really excited to see all this deco. That's going to be really easy to work with and layer and have fun with. Then we have Deco 4. So this one's kind of more like pre-built collages and ephemera, which is really cool. I love the scale and shape of that. And this is so tiny. Here's the floral washi. Really, really pretty. And then it looks like she combined the corners and edges onto one page, which I'm not mad about. Here's the days and dates. So now we have 5 sets of days of the week and then 2 sets of date numbers. And here's the large scenes. Wow, that's so stunning. I want that house. I'm such a sucker for like cobblestone, and that's so beautiful. Wow. Here's the layered deco page. So kind of similar to page 4 of the deco. Some layered elements, and I like the composition of these, like that they're vertical and narrow, because I feel like that's kind of rare to see in these kit formats. So really cool. And then here's the swatches page. I love these scenes. They're so detailed. Really, really beautiful. Wow. Okay, so that is my first ever order from Fleur Paper Studio. I already have another one on the way, so I'm excited to see that when it comes. But I do believe she has a PR team, so you can check out her Instagram to find out more info about that. Okay, next up we have an order from Saucy Stickers Co. I'm really excited about this one. It's her cottagecore collection, and we have some new freebies to show off. I recently updated mine, but after I had placed this order, so hopefully my next order will include mine. Here's the most recent shop freebie. This is so cool. These corner edges, or whatever they're called, are really, really fun. I love that they're internally cut, so there's no white border. I hope she brings a full sheet of these to the shop soon, because that's awesome. And this is cut out in the middle, which is so nice. I know she's working on a full sheet of these, so I'm very excited to see what that looks like. Ooh, this is Mariah's new freebie. So hers is on premium matte paper, and you get a lot of torn paper elements, and then some coffee rings, some vintage text, and more of these fun corners. Ooh, I need Rebecca to bring all of these to the shop. They're so cool. That's so fun. And then here's my former freebie. So I don't think it'll be available anymore, but it's still a cutie. Premium matte paper, some layering elements, and fun little deco pieces. So this one's called Cottagecore, and it's such a vibe. Look at these florals, just right off the bat, so pretty. So here's the deco page. This cat is speaking to me, and so is the little goose. This deco is so pretty. I love a good cottagecore theme. So here is large deco, and again, similar to Letters to Apollo, it's mostly like furniture, and again, so here for it. Such a vibe. Here's the large scenes. The swing is so cool. That's beautiful. And here's this gorgeous manor. The small scenes. This page is really nice if you wanted to adapt this format for a weekly spread. These work really perfectly as like full box replacements. Some of them are like just full on rectangles like that, which is about the size of a full box. And then some more organic shapes and some quotes sprinkled in. Always love that. Here's the people page. So you get 3 different fashion dolls and some more quotes to fill the space, which I always appreciate. Ooh, that's really cool. Here's the collage mix page. I'm turning it every which way because she rotated the deco to fit into all the spaces, which is really nice. Good eye for design there. Here's the ephemera page. So we have more of these really cool corners. Love those. And then another hanging frame and some like just little ephemera bits. This frame is cut on the inside. Love that. And then this feels like a large post-it note, which is really cool. You could layer like a calendar in here if you wanted to, but I noticed that this collection does not have like a specific month assigned to it like her other ones do, which I appreciate because you can use any time of year. But you could put a calendar in here if you wanted to. Here are the floral pages. These florals are so stunning. I love them. So we have the edges, the corners, the bouquets, and the borders, which also have some swatches on them. Here's the torn paper page. I really love layering with the sheet. It makes it so easy to create collages because like I like to anchor my deco with stuff like this to kind of like balance it out. So I love that she has the sheet. Here's the memo and layer page. These are really good functional boxes. If you wanted to use this for a weekly spread, this will make it really easy to do so. And then here's the washi page, which again would make it really easy to adapt to a weekly spread. And then we have the days of the week. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of days of the week, and then 2 sets of date numbers. Then we have the cottagecore large floral deco. I love the scale of this. These are so pretty. And then I also picked up some extra sheets because I had to. And here are the watercolor splashes that go with the collection. Such a vibe. But I also picked up these vintage postage stamps, which I already own on premium matte, but I wanted them on transparent matte as well because I think they would look really nice kind of in like the background for layering. They also really go very nicely with this collection, so I might try to pull those in. That's fun. And then I also picked up the Gothic Baroque frames. These were part of her like anti-Valentine's collection from last month, but I thought they would be just nice to have in my collection since I've been enjoying pulling in more like black elements into spreads. But this is my order from Saucy Stickers Co. I do have a discount code with the shop, so you can use code JESS15 to save at Saucy Stickers Co. And I'll pop my freebie up here. If you put my name in the notes to seller, you'll get this freebie with your order. All right, next up is a very exciting order from TaylorMade Creative. She recently came out with her March collection and it's stunning. So let's see, where should I start? I'll start with the foiled add-ons. So this is the butterfly statement frame. She recently came out with foiled frames in her shop and they're really, really cool. So I definitely wanted to pick up the one that coordinates with this collection. Here's a foiled deco. Wow, that's beautiful. She's so stunning. I also love the scale of all of this. It's very large and I'm here for that. So this is my first time ordering a freestyle kit from TaylorMade and I'm really excited about it. So that's what she calls her decorative collections and they're really, really pretty. So this is called The Light. So I think what sold me on this collection is this gorgeous, like, I want to call it a snow globe, but it doesn't feel right to call it that because it's butterflies in it, but I guess it still is a snow globe. It's so unique and stunning and just beautiful. So I'm really happy I have this. This is the calendar page. So you get this gorgeous like decorative calendar, but also 2 more functional ones, as well as some March scripts. Love that. Here's the days and dates page. So you get a ton of different style days of the week, which is really cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different styles. And then 2 sets of date numbers. Here's the functional page. This is really cool. So you get a bunch of swatches, like watercolor swatches, and then some more like journaling style boxes, and these fun little like checklists. I love that. That's so creative. Here is Deco 1. So pretty. I love these colors together. Wow. Deco 2. Wow. What a pretty blouse. Stunning. This is so pretty. I'm so excited to use it. Here's the torn paper page. Some corners, some journaling boxes, and some swatches, and more torn edges. Scenes. Wow, this is so beautiful. Look at that. That is everything. One thing I love about Monica's style is that she does not shy away from like bold colors. Like this is such a bold and bright purple and I love it. It's so pretty. That's the bouquets. Here's the corners. I do wish the scale of these florals was a little bit bigger, but that's all right. Still like pretty large, but I like jumbo florals personally. Here's the scripts page. This is fun. I don't often see these in decorative kit formats, but it has a lot of functional scripts on it in 2 different fonts, and then some fun little push pins. It's really interesting. I love that. Okay, and then, so that was the freestyle kit itself, but then I got all the add-ons because I can't not. Here's the deco page. So larger scale deco, some fashion dolls. So pretty. Wow. We got the ink splashes, florals and trims, Ooh, journaling page. Wow, this is stunning. I love these days of the week. That's such a cool format. Okay, large florals. So this is the scale that I love to see personally. I just love plopping down large florals everywhere. And then lastly, the washi page. So it's a sampler of different size washies or washi strips. You get a large set, some torn ones here, smaller, and then lace. Really awesome. And then lastly, I picked up some fashion dolls that kind of coordinate with this kit, but I could use them in a ton of different spreads. So here are the numbers for reference. She's beautiful. Ooh, wow. Oh my god. I should have ordered like 5 of these. She's such a vibe. So wow. That skirt is so beautiful. Wow. I love her fashion dolls. They're so cool. Okay, so that is my order from TaylorMade Creative. Last up in the first section of this haul is a couple of orders from the Pretty Pink Co. We have an order I placed regularly and a subscription kit. So I'll start with this one and then save the subscription kit. So if you don't want to see that, you can skip ahead. The timestamps will be in the description. So this was from, I want to say, a shop-wide sale. I can't recall which because she had 2 like back to back, but this is the second of the 2. So we have a bunch of shop freebies to go through. Here is her current spring freebie in silver foil. And then just a general freebie on washi paper. It's so pretty. Here's my current freebie with her shop. So you can save 15% with my code just15 and put my name in the notes for this beauty on rose gold foil. And then I picked up Rachel's freebie, which is also on rose gold foil. And then here we have the $50 freebie from the shop sale. Oh, that's so cool. She put her logo on the tote bag. That's so fun. Love that. Okay, so this time I just picked up the Spring Breeze collection. So here's the bouquets. These yellows and purples are everything together. I also love the composition of the florals. I always love when they're like little like stems and leaves poking out. Something about the flow. It just is really pretty. Here are the collages. Wow. It's like flowers are just taking over these spaces. Spring Breeze deco. Wow. I'm getting a lot of florals from this, which is interesting because usually deco is just like individual deco pieces, but these are all kind of incorporated with the florals. It's really unique. Here are the corners. Oh, they're so pretty. Something about these florals is so delicate. I'm loving that. Here are the scenes. Again, the florals are just kind of like taking over everything. The swatches. Stunning. Stamps and frames. I'm always so into this sticker. It's so beautiful. Here are the torn strips. Okay, so it looks like this is from a different collection, so I'll reach out to her about that. But that goes with her Lilac Dreams collection, so not the Spring Breeze. Here are the floral washi strips. Really beautiful. The washi swatches. Days and dates. So 2 sets of date numbers and I think 4 sets of days of the week. Ooh, this is beautiful. So here's the large scenes page. So here for these hot air balloons. So that was a 12-page decorative kit. And then I picked up the add-ons. So here's deco. The journal deco 1. These colors are so pretty. And then journal deco 2. That staircase is so cool. And then lastly, I got the alcohol ink swatches. So So that's my order from the Pretty Pink Co. Like I said, you can use my code just15 to save in her shop and put my name in the notes for this freebie. All right, I'm very excited to see her January mystery collection because the mood board was so stunning. She changed up the look of them. They used to have like ribbons on them, but now they have this fun foiled sticker, which is really nice actually because from month to month I forget like which month we're in. So it's nice to know before you open which one it is. But this is the January decorative collection. She also has weekly subscription kits, but I've just been getting the decorative ones. I love her attention to detail with the wax seals every month, and they always match the collection, so that's cool. Oh wow, these florals are gorgeous. Okay, let's get into it. So this is, like I said, the January mystery collection, and right off the bat, I'm thinking rose gold for this. um, wow, those are incredible. I like this little like line art element of some of the leaves in the background. It's very unique. This is so stunning. Here's the collages page. Wow. It says peonies for sale. And peonies are my favorite flower, so love that. Here's the deco page. Oh, that's so pretty. There's so many cool elements on this page. Also, interesting ice cream cones, but with flowers. Here's the corners page, and you can see more of the line art elements. Lovely. Here are the small scenes. Oh, pretty pink flower shop. I really love that attention to detail. That's so cool. Here are the swatches. Stamps and frames. More of these ice cream cones. Lovely. These colors are so pretty. I'm not generally like a pink girly, but this is so soft and feminine. Here are the floral washi trims. Love that scale. Here are the washi swatches. So beautiful. The days and dates. And the large scenes. Wow. So I think one of these was the mood board, maybe this one. And it's just incredible. This whole sheet is just incredible. Like, such a vibe. It's so pretty. Okay, and then the bonus sheet is the full color wash that coordinates with the collection. So that is the January mystery. Her mysteries have been so on point, and I'm so glad that I'm subscribed at this point. I've never been disappointed by any of them. So I highly recommend checking out her subscriptions. You have until the 27th of each month to sign up so that you receive that month's mystery, and they're all so good. So definitely check them out. Okay, guys, for the last segment of my March haul, I have quite a bit to go through, which is very exciting. I've been holding on to this for like over a week now. I'm just waiting for the final shipments to come in so that I can just do it all in one clip. But we have an order from Sadie Stickers, The Giving Girl, Taylormade Creative, three, well, it's one big order, but three envelopes from the Pretty Pink Co., Hello Petite Paper, my February mystery from the Pretty Pink Co., Fleur Paper Studio, and Harriet Wright Designs. So buckle up, y'all. But thank you so much for sticking around through all of my rambling. But just one more segment to go. Okay, I'm gonna start with a new to me shop. I don't believe I've ever shopped from Harriet Wright Designs. I know my mom has given me a few of her kits in the past, but this was my first order from her, and I'm really excited because she has decorative collections in her shop. So let me start with the thank you card. It's really nice quality. And yeah, I ordered during the Planner Boss Collective sale, so thought it was a good opportunity to try out her shop at a bit of a discount. So let's get into it. I'm going to use the back of this full boxes page because what I ordered is on washi paper, so it's going to be easier to see. So this is called the Wisteria collection, and I find it so funny. I feel like this clip art has been really popular this year. But like normally I'm a little bit better about, you know, restraining myself to one or maybe two collections with the same clip art. But I think I just like fell in love with this clip art and wanted all of the collections. So I got her version, which is, I'm really excited already just seeing the pages. But let's go through the format. So this is called the boxes and tape page. You get 4 kind of like full box-ish size boxes, and they're foiled in hot gold foil, it looks like. And then you get these really cool kind of like collage tape pieces at the bottom. Like this is one large sticker, but it's kind of just a bunch of little clip art layered around, which is really fun. I like that a lot. And then this one has kind of a torn edge, which is really cool. So very fun format so far. This page is called the Deco page. Oh, that's really cool. This is just an alcohol ink swatch with foil layered over it. It's really cool. So we get some just individual deco pieces and like layering ephemera. That's really pretty. I love the giant scale on some of the clip art. This is really beautiful. I feel like this is such a unique twist on this clip art, which is fun. Like it's not screaming purple. It's a little more subtle, so I like it a lot. This is really cool. I love little pieces like this that kind of like are unique from shop to shop, but are fun to like layer and pull in. And then there's this tiny little, you can barely see it, but it's like this tiny little flourish. That's really nice. This is really cool. I'm excited to try this out. That was Deco 2.0. And then here's Deco 3.0. So right off the bat, there's quite a lot of Deco, and I'm very excited about that because Deco is definitely what I look for in these kind of collections, like a large variety. So I'm very happy to see that. This is really nice. A to-do list. That's really pretty. I love the subtlety of the foil. Like it's not really, you know, like too much at all. It's very restrained and like just nice little accents. It's not too much, if that makes sense. Here's 4.0. Wow, that's so pretty. I love the layering she did with the foil. Like it all feels very intentional and not out of place. This is so pretty. Wow. Okay, and then here's 5.0. Oh, that's interesting. It's a very, very light alcohol ink swatch, but it's cut off at the edge. So you could put it along the edge of any spread you're doing. Wow. Beautiful. I also like the mix of sizing in the deco. Like you get some smaller elements on some pages and then larger, very impactful pieces on others. I always like a good mix. Here's the floral page. That's really pretty. I feel like gold is a surprising choice for this collection. I probably would prefer rose gold just because I love rose gold with purple, but gold is actually kind of nice because it really contrasts with the purple. Here's Floral 2.0. Some edges in different sizes and a couple corners. Really nice. Floral 3.0. So here are bigger scale compared to the 2.0. And then 4.0. More corners and edges, and then these are really cool frames. So that'll be fun to layer with. And then lastly is the functional page. So it's a very tiny scale, which is interesting. You get 5 sets of days of the week, 1 set of date numbers, and then some functional scripts down here, as well as some boxes and some swatches. Really cool format. I'm very excited to try this out. Her shop is based in the UK, which I think has been kind of a barrier for me ordering, just because shipping is a little bit more expensive, but I figured the shipping cost would be offset a little bit by ordering during a sale. So it was a good time to try her out. Okay, and then the other collection that I got is called Cottage. Oh, that's so pretty. So I can see myself using this more in the summertime. Something about like greens just feels more summery to me than spring. I'm not sure why, but this is a lovely like cottagecore vibe kit, and it's also foiled in traditional gold. So here are our boxes. I love the horse already. And I also really enjoy the hot air balloon elements because I have some foiled ones that I really want to pull in. So this will be a good opportunity for that. And then again, we have some kind of like pre-layered tapes. Really cool. Here is Deco, I guess 1.0. Love the horse again. I really enjoyed this too, like how she layers a script on top of a box for you. It's really unique. And then here we have another box, which is nice. So pretty. She's stunning. Here's 2.0. I am really enjoying all these layering elements because decorative collections are really fun. And I do love a lot of deco, but I feel like you have to have these kind of elements to like pair deco with so that it's not just all deco, if that makes sense. So I'm really enjoying this mix. Like here we have more layering shapes and some torn paper, which will be very useful. Oh, look at the little deer. That's so precious. Again, this is like smaller size scale, which I'm really loving. This tape is so pretty. Look at the little cup. The foil choices were really nice on this collection as well. Like so subtle, so pretty. Ooh, this is stunning. I love giant scenes like this. Just like putting them in the middle of my journal and like layering a few things around them. So pretty. Wow. That's also so cute. There's so many nice elements in this collection. In both collections, actually. Oh my god, a tiny bunny. So sweet. I love this. Wow. These little push pins are really cool too. All right, that was all the deco. And then here we have the floral sheet. Isn't it pretty? Floral 2.0. It looks like it's a mix between two different clip art sets, which is kind of interesting. So if you wanted to lean more towards the dark tones, you could use these, or if you wanted light, you could use these, or you could mix them because they're pretty similar in their color schemes. Here's 3.0. So this one has a very large, like, scale floral washi, which is cool. And then two really large edges. And then floral 4.0. This is interesting. So more trims down here, but pretty small. And then some more torn paper, but with a floral background. And some smaller bouquets. Very interesting. And then last up is the function page. So same format as the last collection, but in this color scheme. So yeah, that is my order from Harriet Wright Designs. Definitely keep an eye out for shop-wide sales from her because I believe she participates in like the PBC and UPS sales pretty frequently. So definitely give her shop a try. I'm really excited to try out this format. All right, next up is my second order from Fleur Paper Studio. I believe I shared the first one earlier in this haul, but it's been a while, so I could be wrong about that. But I have been keeping an eye on her releases, and she released this really pretty blue and yellow collection. These are the same freebies that I got in my previous order, but now I have more of them, so I think I could definitely like make a full like kit out of this. There's a lot of beautiful deco in here. So pretty. Okay, so this one's called Hello Spring, and it's also on washi paper. Get my handy dandy white paper. So here are the bouquets, really pretty, very bold colors for spring, which I love. Here's the collages, really nicely composed. Like I love the layering going on here. Deco 1. It's beautiful. A lot of this is the same clip art that I actually used in our April collection. It's called Awakening, but this is a lot more just like blue and yellow. So it's pretty different. Like the vibe of it is pretty different. Deco 3. The scale on this one is definitely smaller, which is cool. This would be perfect for my weekly. And then Deco 4. I feel like I mentioned it the first time I hauled one of her kits, but I really love all of the deco that she includes. Like I said, it's a huge thing that I look for in kits, so I'm really happy to have so much to work with. Here's the layered deco. It's so cool. I love the way she does this. It's fun. And floral washi. Really loving this scale. And then you also get some lace trims in the middle. Floral corners and edges. Again, really love the scale on that. And then large scenes. This one is on transparent matte, which is interesting. I think I ordered the whole kit on washi paper, but I don't mind because it's similar enough. But these are two very large scenes. Lovely. And then the swatches. And this one I did order on transparent matte. So really lovely collection. You should definitely try out Fleur Paper Studio. Okay, I'm really excited for this next order because I've been waiting on it a while. Hello Petite Paper is in Portugal, so her orders do take a bit to get to the US, but it's well worth the wait because her designs are incredible. I'm super excited. So as you can see, I got some weekly kits, but I have kind of unique intentions for these, and I'll get into that in just a second. So this was also during the, I think, UPS sale. And I got this kit because I had previously purchased these $2 sheets from her shop. Vanessa really kills it with her $2 collections. And I really love when she does these kind of mini kits. So I got these, but then when she came out with a weekly kit, like close to when she did this release, but during the sale, I figured I would pick up the weekly kit. One, because I'm trying to like bridge the gap between my weekly kit collection and my decorative kit collection. Like I do want to be able to use full boxes in my functional planner as well. But two, I'm also still doing my 2023 spreads, and I like having newer options for weekly kits. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to use this just yet, but I'm really excited to have it. So let's get into it. This is the Turn the Page vertical kit, and it's in rose gold foil. So beautiful. Like the art that she uses and the compositions that she creates are just so unique to her shop. Like I feel like as soon as you see the full boxes page, you know it's a Hello Petite paper kit. Vanessa is just so talented, so I'm very excited to have this. Let me just flip through these real quick. I know I've hauled them in the past, but this is stuff that I plan to use in my journal for like my daily journal spreads and my weekly. So this is the base of what I'm working with, but then I picked these up to kind of integrate with these sheets. So here are the full boxes. So stunning. Rose gold is the perfect foil choice for this. The quote says, "I'll turn the page, embrace today." Lovely. And you can pick up her kits a la carte, which is really awesome because it kind of allows you to just pick and choose what works best for your planning style. I picked up the washi page. I love how thick her washi strips are. I think that's so large. I love that. And then you get your date covers, some lace strips, and some watercolor shapes, as well as a little Polaroid. Very cute. And it's cut out in the middle. Very cute. And then I also picked up the mixed deco, mostly for the deco, because the florals in this scale I don't use as often anymore. And then we have the trims page. And then I also picked up her Hobonichi kit just to try out this format because these boxes will fit perfectly in the columns of my weeklies in my Nisha Fernando journey planner. So I'm excited to try this out. But it's a 2-page kit. You get some washi, date covers. Like I believe these are meant to cover up certain parts of a Hobonichi. I'm not familiar enough with that format to know for sure, but I believe that's what those are for. Or maybe for blocking out time. Not sure. But I'm excited to work with this format. We get a ton of tiny dots on both pages. There's some right here too. Put some tiny dots, some dividers, and these are 1.3 inches wide. Some boxes to write in, more washi, florals. This is a great format. I'm really excited to try this out in my planner. And then I also picked up the journaling kit. I'm just going to go all out with all of these pages and see what I can come up with. I'm really excited about it. But this is journaling kit 1. Really lovely. I love the scale of these florals. And I also love the deco that she chose. It's so pretty. I'm really excited to use this. And then here's journaling kit 2. So more of the same, like florals and deco at a very large scale, which I'm here for. And then the large florals. So that's everything I picked up for Turn the Page. I'm so excited to try out this kit format in my journal. So I think for this kit specifically, my intention was to use it in my journal. Let's see what I picked up from this collection, because I probably had similar intentions with this one. Oh, and here's the freebie that I missed. Whoops. So here's her contact card. She always has really beautiful ones that you could easily stick in your journal. Probably save this for a junk journal spread. And then here's the shop freebie. Her icons are so cute. I wish that I still used icons frequently. But okay, let's get into this collection. This one really stole my heart when I saw it. I was obsessed with the art and the colors. So let's flip this over and start with the full boxes. Okay, I don't see a name on this kit, so I'm not sure what it's called, but it's gorgeous. I'll pop up the name down here. It's also in rose gold foil, and these colors are just so stunning. Like, so perfect for spring. One thing I really love about Vanessa's shop is that she doesn't shy away from bold colors. So here are the full boxes, and then here's the bottom washi. Again, very large, and I'm loving it. So it's the same format. And then for this one, she didn't do a $2 collection for this, or with this clip art, but I just picked up everything else. And it should be plenty to work with. So here's the mixed deco. So we got some florals, but also some clip art. I'm loving these butterflies. Oh my god, that's so cute. Oh, okay, this is a Planner Boss Collective Sale exclusive freebie, so I'm really happy to have this because it definitely coordinates with this collection. These little bunnies are so cute. They're so precious. This is also a really cool sticker. It's a bunch of Polaroids hanging on a string. I love that. That reminds me of a collection she did last year that I was obsessed with. I also love that she has these wooden frames because I definitely have like the $2 sheet that coordinates with these, and I'll definitely be pulling those in. Again, I got the Hobonichi kit to try out. It's the same format, and we have some full boxes. Really pretty. Oh, I'm so excited to use this. And then we have journaling kit 1. It does say Turn the Page down here, but that's the name of the other kit, so I think she just didn't update the names. This is the journaling collection. Oh, that's so pretty. I also really enjoy her compositions that she creates. It's not all like singular pieces of deco. She really like intentionally layers them for you. So good. Oh, this is beautiful. And then here are the large florals. So I am very, very excited to use both of these collections. I can't wait to put these in my journal and try out full boxes in my journal. It's going to be really fun. All right, y'all still with me? Thanks for bearing with my chatty haul so far. I'm about halfway through this segment, so thank you for sticking around. I'm very excited about this order. So this is from Sadie Stickers, and as you can see, she real thick. I ordered during her spring sale, so I picked up a decorative collection as well as a ton of foil. But let's start with the freebies. I put in Shanice's name in the notes to seller, Planners and Tacos, and got her freebie. I love this freebie. These tiny, tiny florals are so cute. And then we have the spring sale freebie. This is super functional. Just a lot of different like layering elements. Freebie 2, this is orders $50 and up, so very functional. 2 sets of date numbers, some tiny dots, which I always love, and a bunch of dividers. That's a really nice freebie. Ooh, okay. I really love this sheet. I've already gone through a bunch of these, so I'm very happy to have another one. Really pretty. When she has shop-wide sales, I always try to stock up on foil because all of her foil is incredible. And so I got quite a bit, but I also got a ton of her ribbons, which you'll see in a second. But we'll start with the foil. So I picked up the bee journal scraps. I only got them on gold because I don't think I have any collections with bees that are rose gold or silver, and gold just feels appropriate for bees. So really, really pretty. I love her journal scraps pages. She always uses different deco depending on the theme. And it's just really nice to pop into spreads with specific themes. And then I picked up the pond ripples on all three foils because I feel like these are versatile enough to like want to have in my collection in all the foils. So really, really pretty. These will be really great for layering on top of like any water scene. And then I picked up more of the butterflies. So yeah, it's the same as the freebie, I think. Yeah. But I've been running through these so quickly, so I wanted to have backups. And then I got the Floral Doodle washi. I've been really actually enjoying that she does like samplers for her washi designs, so it's not all the same design. I don't go through specific washi like this very quickly when it's all on the same sheet. So I'm happy to have it in a sampler format so that I can use like a bunch in one spread. I will say I wish that there were 4 sets of each one because there are 3, and that makes it harder to do like bottom washi with them because you have an uneven number. But I do also use these like vertically sometimes. So, but yeah, I got them in all 3 foils. I'm really excited about these. So I picked up the Lace Washi 2. These are so beautiful. Like so stunning. Look at that. The detail in the lace is so like intricate. You can see all of that. That's so beautiful. Really well done. And then we have Lace Washi 1. So this one is a little smaller scale than this one, but similar pattern. Really pretty. I love how intricate this design is. Okay, so that's all the foil. And then I went a little crazy with her journaling stuff. If you've seen some of my videos, like I love these ribbons and try to pull them into a lot of different spreads. They were in her advent like 2 years ago, and they came on premium matte paper, and I believe it was like 4 or maybe 5 colors total. But she recently released a ton of different colors. So I took the opportunity to get a bunch, and I'm really excited about it. I'll use my white paper to show them a little bit better. But this is the violet colorway. They're actually a lot more saturated than I expected, which is nice, especially since I got them on washi paper, so they'll show up very nicely. This one is called Azure, and they all have numbers as well, which is helpful when you're ordering. This is Maroon, Terracotta. I can't wait to pull these into all the spreads. Olive. They're really fun to layer like quotes or individual letters on. Black, brown, and pink. Honestly, I'll probably go back and get more colors. I was just a little overwhelmed by all of the options because she has at least 16 colors to choose from. So quite a few, but they're all really beautiful and I'm very excited to use them. I also took the opportunity to get a few of her new journaling sheets. So let me separate these out. Okay, so I got a bunch of her tickets. This is in the brick colorway. I just really enjoy layering with these. This one's called Laurel. And we have Indigo. She also has more colors for these, but I just stuck with these 3 because I feel like they'll be versatile enough to pull into a lot of spreads. And then she released a bunch of butterfly sheets as well, and I'm very excited about the sizing on this because you get quite a wide variety. This one's the sepia colorway. And we have Dawn. I love these colors, especially this like kind of neon yellow. It's pretty unique. And this is the summer colorway. So pretty. She also has a ton of like stamps and like torn washi strips. I stuck with the stamps this time because again I was a little overwhelmed, but I just picked up this one, the black and white plant, to pull in for like more monochromatic spreads. I got the Signac. I think that's how you pronounce it, Signac. I just love this art style, so very here for that. And then the botanical, so pretty. And then I also picked up these metal label plates. I didn't get her advent last year, but she included these in them, and I just think they're really cool. I think they'd be really fun to layer like days of the week on top of. You could also cut this out and layer with it in interesting ways, so I'm excited to play with these. I just got the gold and rose gold. And then lastly, I did pick up a decorative collection. I haven't picked up one of hers in a while, but this one really stood out to me. So I'm excited to give it a try. It's called the Citrus Collection. And we'll go through her format real quick. So this is page 1, which is individual flowers. Then we get bouquets, really good scale. It's also foiled in champagne gold. So some of the pages are foiled. Here's the elements page. So individual deco pieces. Pretty small scale. I do wish they were a little bit bigger, but I believe she also has a larger scale sheet. So let's get into that. Here are the edges. So pretty. Something unique about Alicia's shop is that she adds like clip art and other layering pieces to her trims and washi, which is really cool. This time there are a lot of butterflies, which I'm super here for. Ooh, this one is usually my favorite sheet in her newest format. This is stunning. Every single element is so pretty, and I love these tiny flowers all around. I need a sheet of just those, which I guess Shanice's preview is actually pretty similar because I think they're the same florals. Yeah, they are. So if you get this collection, you should put Shanice's name in the notes because you'll get more flowers to work with, which is always nice. So this is the layered page, and you get a bunch of like pre-layered elements. Look at this kitty. Oh, so cute. With a lot of foil on top. Here's the paper strips page. I'm really loving this like vintage text pattern. The days and dates. You get 5 sets of days of the week, as well as some functional scripts, and then a set of date numbers. And then we have the borders page. This is beautiful. Wow. So pretty. I love all these butterflies. And these florals are so fun. And then we have the scenes page. So 2 very large scale scenes. Gorgeous. And here are the box swatches. So this is the closest thing to full boxes that you would get in the decorative collection. So this makes it a lot easier to pull into like a weekly spread, but they're pre-foiled. And then lastly is the swatches page. So 2 long swatches as well as 2 shorter ones. And then I picked up the add-ons. So I got the alcohol ink, or she calls them swatches. I do wish there was a little bit more green in here because this is pretty monochromatic, but it's still really good colors. And I don't have these in my collection, so they'll be fun to pull in. Here's the deco page, some large florals. Oh my god, look at the puppy. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I love that. So these butterflies are gorgeous. Really love the deco on there. And then lastly is the journal page. So your like functional boxes and some layering shapes, torn paper, and a set of days of the week. Yeah, really good format. I'm very excited to try out this collection. I don't think I've used a Sadie's collection in my journal this year, so I'm really excited to see how it works for me. But yeah, you can put Shanice's name in the notes and get her freebie, or use her discount code Shanice20 to save 20% in Sadie's stickers. All right, next up is a pretty small order I made with TaylorMade Creative. She recently did some overstock grab bags in her shop, and I wanted to grab some fashion dolls. So let me open this up and I will show you what I got. Okay, so I got 2 of the Fashion Doll grab bags, and they came with 10 sheets each. And normally I'm a little hesitant to order like overstock grab bags from shops because I like knowing what I'm gonna get. But I feel like with Fashion Dolls, it's easier to just commit to being surprised because I'll definitely find a way to use all of these. And I'm really excited to see what's included in here. So let's just go through them. I don't think these are available in her shop anymore. Oh, she's cute. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so I don't think any of these are available because they were like overstock that she found and cut and then just put together in bags. Okay, so we get 2 of these ladies. Oh, wow. So pretty. I love the variety of Fashion Dolls that Monica includes in her shop. Wow. So pretty. Yeah, they're like different art styles and also skin tones and just I always love finding a Fashion Doll to pull into my spreads, so I'm really excited to have all of these. Some of them I do have copies of, like these 3 I have, but the other ones I do not. So it's also fine to have multiples because once you use one Fashion Doll, the sheet's gone. So it's kind of nice to have backups. It's this beautiful lady. I'm loving the celestial theme going on here. Wow. So stunning. And their outfits are always so on point. Like, I need this. Okay, I got 2 of her. Another celestial lady. Ooh, another one. Wow. So pretty. These are all so beautiful. Okay, so I have a second one of her as well. Okay, yeah. I'm not sure if she still has grab bags available in her shop, but if she does, I'll put that here. But it's my order from TaylorMade Creative. She still has a lot of Fashion Dolls in her shop currently, so if you're looking for Fashion Dolls, definitely check out Monica's shop. Okay, y'all, we're in the home stretch. Are you still with me? Let's see, let me take my invoice out. So here is an order from the Giving Girl. Look at this packaging, y'all. How stunning. I'm definitely saving this for a junk journal. I keep telling Jennifer you gotta stop because she's like just taking all my money, but she doesn't stop. She keeps coming out with these incredible collections and I have to buy them. So thank you, Jennifer. I sound bitter, but I'm really excited to have this collection. It's so stunning. So this collection is called Fluttering Fields. Let me open this because it has the freebies. And as usual, I picked up the whole collection and I also got some extras. So I'll start with the freebies. This is the all orders freebie that goes with the Cupid's Cafe collection, I think, that she released recently. And then here's the Facebook group freebie. Really nice. And I'll show this first because these are just add-ons for this. I picked up 2 more of these really, really pretty coffee rings. I just love that she has heart ones in here too. That's so unique. And I've been using a ton of these, so happy to have more. But let's get into the collection itself. So as usual, she has this backing card, which is really helpful for showing them. Here's page 1. You guys, just the vibe of this is so stunning. It's like cottagecore, but also very like springy, and lots of bunnies and daisies. It's just so pretty. I'm so excited. I love that you have this like skirt that she's wearing separately. That's really fun. Like this is her outfit that she's wearing. Really cool. Page 2. Really love these days of the week that she includes sometimes. They're so unique to her shop. Look at the bunny. Ah, I'm obsessed with this. What a vibe. Okay, page 3. Wow. I feel like this art style is a little different from her usual, which I am not mad about. It's super pretty, but it's got more of kind of a line art style, which is interesting. Here's the butterflies. So beautiful. I can't wait to use this collection. Page 5 has another outfit and this gorgeous fashion doll and another bunny. I also really love that Jennifer always includes tiny little deco pieces to sprinkle around. It adds such like an ethereal vibe to any spread that you're creating. Here's page 6. I also love the quotes that she includes. Little library. Stunning. This little doe is so precious. Page 7. Wow, that's so detailed. Like you can really see all the netting in that bag. She's taking a little foot bath and some daisies. And get a little toad. This feels like low-key like garden witch vibes. Like these ladies live like in a little cottage in the forest and live off the land and make their little potions. That's just what I'm picking up from this. And I am here for it. Here's butterflies too. Oh, I love all the woodland creatures that she included as well. Like this little snail is giving me life. That's so adorable. Oh, wow. I can't get over this. This is so stunning. Another little bunny. More outfits. Well done, Jennifer. Oh my god. The little kitty and snail are friends. Also, this sign that says don't piss off the fairies is golden. Page 13. Loving this large scene. She's making what looks like a headband, maybe? Or just making crafts. Really nice. And then lastly in the collection is page 14. Some boba and some strawberry jam, it looks like. Plum jam, maybe? Wow. Ugh, this collection is golden. I'm so excited about it. Okay, and then these are also part of the collection. I missed them. But we have the letters, which I just think are so fun. The colors are really pretty, and you could use them for a lot of different spreads, but I'll definitely have fun playing with those with this collection. These are really cool. So they're called letterpress stamps, and I think they'll be really fun for layering. And I like how dark they are because they're going to contrast really nicely with the clip art. Then we have the watercolor washes, so pretty and saturated. And the damask pattern color wash. That's so stunning. So this is all on washi paper, but this is just a full color wash that I can tear into any shape that I like. And then I also just picked up backups of these because I like having a lot to work with. So yeah, that is my order from The Giving Girl. I'm so obsessed with it. Definitely check her out if you haven't gotten her collections before because they're just impeccable. Okay, y'all, buckle up because this is all one order from the Pretty Pink Co. And it was so large that she put it in 3 envelopes. I'm super excited for this. This was also from a shop-wide sale. I want to say the UPS sale because that's what everything else I've shown has in this segment of the haul has been from. But I do know it was a shop-wide sale because there are a bunch of freebies. So that's how you know with the Pretty Pink Co. I went crazy and got a ton of stuff. So I'm very excited to show you. So I'll start with the freebies. So some of these I received in my last order as well, but I'm happy to have 2. So this is the spring freebie. And then I think all orders freebie from the sale. My freebie, because I do PR for the Pretty Pink Co. Our freebies are going to be updating soon. So by the time I post this, you may not be able to get this one, but here's my current freebie. So stunning. And then 2 more freebies, the $50 and the $100. So very happy to have these. And then if you shop during the first few hours of her sales, like her shop-wide sales, you get the Power Hour freebie, and they're always so generous, so gorgeous. Look at that. How stunning is that? Wow. I hope she lists this in the shop because I'm gonna need a bunch more of these. That's so pretty. I love the scale on this. Okay, so that's just the freebies. Let's go into the foil that I ordered first. I always like to stock up on her foil during her sales. So I picked up, I'm really excited to use this actually. I picked up the ink splatter pattern on washi paper. So this is a color wash. It's all one sticker and you can tear it however you like because it's on washi paper. I hope that she releases a larger version of this because I'd love to have a full sheet. But these will still be fun to like tear into different shapes and use however I need to. I did pick it up on traditional gold as well as light gold because I have been using a lot of traditional gold in my spreads recently and it's starting to bother me more that like the shades don't match, so I picked up both. Her fall collection was still available at the time, so I've had my eye on these dancing skeletons for a while. They're like spooky Halloween skeletons. I just think they're really quirky and fun, so I went ahead and picked those up in all three foils. I foresee myself only using these for Halloween spreads, but they're pretty cute. And then I went ahead and got some butterfly deco. I know I mentioned recently, maybe in my last haul, that like I don't have as many butterflies as I thought I did. So I'm trying to kind of restock. But I really love the designs of these, especially these guys. They're beautiful. So I got these in all three foils. And then I picked up her butterfly washi sampler on all three foils as well. Again, I mentioned this recently with the Sadie's haul, but I wish that there was an even amount of each design on the page so that you could use like doubles for your bottom washi. But like I said earlier, it doesn't bother me too much. And then I went ahead and picked up a second one of the Aurora Bliss deco samplers in hollow foil because my mom gifted me the Sadie Stickers Aurora collection, which I believe was a mystery from a few months ago, but I didn't have matching deco. So I just figured I would pick up another one because this one will go really nicely with that when I use it. And then last up in the foil, I picked up another sheet of these vintage stamps. I'm almost out of all of these in all three foils, so I wanted to restock these. They're really, really nice. And I love the different compositions because you get a lot of like horizontal ones, but some more like vertical oriented ones. So there's a lot of good ways to use these with layering. So let's get into the collections themselves. So I picked up 3 decorative collections. And I can tell right off the bat, this one is on premium mat, which I don't believe I ordered. I'll have to check my invoice. But all the add-ons are on washi paper. So I'll check and see if that was my bad or figure out what's going on with that, but we'll see. Let's start with this one actually, because the add-ons are on top. So I believe she released like 6 collections or something with this shop-wide sale, and it was a really hard choice narrowing down which collections to get, but I just went with these 3 because I had to have some amount of chill. But this one's called Wildflower Fields, and it's like so quintessentially like late spring, early summer in my mind. So here are the bouquets. So stunning. I love these colors together. Wow. Here's the collages page, which is usually my favorite sheet in the collection. We get 2 layered Polaroids here with like that beautiful dewy like sunlight vibe. I love that. And then a swing and a quote that says, "Let yourself bloom." Ooh, wow. Here's the deco. Loving the variety here. In the corners. The scenes page. I'm really loving all this dappled light. It's so pretty. And then the swatches. Again, I always love that she like layers some deco with these too, because it makes it really easy to like just plop down on the page, add some foil and be done with it. The stamps and frames, torn strips. This green is so unique and I love it. The floral washi, days and dates, the washi swatches, and the large scenes. Wow, that is gorgeous. These flowers are everything. What a vibe. Okay, I picked up the foil sampler in all 3 foils because it's versatile enough that I'll be able to use it with a lot of spring collections, but it's a really nice scale and variety. I love that picnic blanket. Is that like brie? Feels like a very large wheel of cheese for a picnic, but I'm here for it. I would eat that much cheese. And then here's the terrible washi page. So again, just a full color wash that you can tear into any shape that you like. And then here are the add-ons. So these did come on washi paper. But here's the deco page. Really lovely. These colors are just so beautiful. And then journal deco 1. So more of the functional shapes. Some days of the week. And then journal deco 2. More large scenes and some larger floral. and the alcohol ink, which is on transparent matte. I love these colors. I'm so excited about this collection. Okay, so that was Wildflower Fields. Next up, I will do Alpine Spring. I was kind of on the fence about this collection because the colors are a little out there for me. I don't typically go for like these muted jewel tones, but I just ended up going for it because it's such a unique collection. And I think rose gold will be really beautiful with it. I picked up the add-on in rose gold, that's why I say that. But here are the florals. Loving the inclusion of butterflies here. And this one is on washing paper, if that wasn't clear. Collages. That's just so beautiful. I think the reason I ended up getting this was because it reminded me a lot of Scotland. Like we drove through the Highlands and saw a lot of these like beautiful rolling hills and mountains in the background. So it kind of just reminded me of a nostalgic time. Here's the deco. So beautiful. This boat is interesting too. It feels kind of random. I'm sure there's like some lake clip art here that makes it less random, but this also reminds me of Scotland because we did ferry over to Isle of Cumbria while we were there. So maybe I'll use this for like a memory spread or something of my Scotland trip. Here are the corners. I'm really loving the pansies in here. I'm just noticing them. They're kind of subtle, but I do love pansies, so it's really pretty. Here are the scenes. So these are adjacent to full boxes, similar sizing. Cows are definitely reminding me of Scotland. This is stunning. Okay, and then the swatches. Stamps and frames. This one is so beautiful. Torn strips. Floral washi. I always love the scale of hers. Also, this is really cool. It's attached to the washi, which is fun. You don't usually see that kind of thing. And then the washi swatches. Days and dates. Large scenes. Ugh, I just want to live here. What a vibe. This feels so much like Scotland to me. Like looking at all the scenes, I'm just like, take me back. And then here's the foil sampler. So like I said, I picked rose gold. I just think it coordinates really nicely with these colors. So yeah, that's the decorative collection. And then here are the add-ons because I have no chill. So this is the deco add-on. Look at the cow. I love cows so much. Okay, deco 1. These colors are so bold. I love them. Deco 2, so more large scenes, and then more florals. These butterflies are so beautiful. And the alcohol ink. I'm glad I got this because I definitely don't have this like plum color in my alcohol ink collection, so very lovely to have that. That it was Alpine Springs. This one might be my favorite, which is surprising because I was so on the fence about it before I ordered. I feel like these colors are just like so unique. So I wasn't sure how I would like them in person, but I love that collection. And then lastly, I got one more. This one is called Daisy Days. I'm just a sucker for daisies, honestly. Like I love the look of them. And so I had to get this collection. Here are the bouquets. Collages. This is really cool. It's like a journal. It's really cool. I love that. And then a lovely fence. The deco. Here's that scene again. Corners. I love the scale of this. These are so pretty. Yeah, this is definitely what sold me on this one. These boxes. Like, I love that she included her logo here. That's so fun. But these boxes are just everything. I love Daisy so much. I don't know what it is about them. They're just so beautiful. Here is swatches. Wow. That's so pretty. The stamps and frames. Torn strips. floral washi, washi swatches, days and dates, and lastly, the large scenes. Look at that. That like sunlight in the background, so stunning. Oh, and the terrible washi. Loving that. And then lastly, oh, I missed this. Whoops. Here's a $200 freebie from the sale. That's a really good freebie. Wow. Lovely. But here are the add-ons. So the deco, journal deco 1, and journal deco 2, and the alcohol ink. I'm so excited about all these collections. Wow. So if you like any of these collections, you can use my discount code, just15, and you'll save 15% in her shop. You can also mention me in the notes to seller for my freebie, which might be different by the time this goes up. But yeah, all of these collections are so stunning. I'm obsessed. Okay guys, I'm gonna round out this haul with the February mystery collection from the Pretty Pink Co. It's the end of March, so I don't think I really need to warn anybody, but if you for some reason don't want to see this, then I will go ahead and say bye to you now. Thank you so much for watching. I am so excited to see this collection because the mood board just blew my mind. So I cannot wait to see this collection. As far as I know, it's like a nighttime spring theme, which is so unique. Just really excited. So here we go. Oh, wow. Look at those florals. Okay, guys, I can't wait to see this. Like, just from the mood board alone, I know I'm going to be obsessed with this collection. So here are the florals. I got it on washi paper, as usual, but her mystery collections, you can choose between premium matte, transparent matte, and washi paper. She does decorative collections and also weekly collections. For her mysteries, I just am subscribed to the decorative because that's the style I'm using. But they're always so stunning, and I'm so happy that I'm subscribed because I've never been disappointed by any of them so far. So, okay, let's get into the collection. So here are the bouquets. I'm already obsessed. They're so like saturated and gorgeous. Can't wait to see the rest of the collection. Oh my god. Wow. What a vibe. This is definitely giving me like Tangled vibes. And I'm so here for it. This says Moonlight Dances on Soft Petals. Look at these lanterns. That's what I mean when I say tangled. Like, that is so tangled. Wow. Here's the deco. This is so stunning. So unique, too. Like, it's got kind of a celestial theme a little bit, just to kind of play on the nighttime vibes, but it's also got, like, a lot of lights and lanterns and stuff. This is gorgeous. I'm obsessed. Okay, and then here are the corners. Wow. Lovely florals. Okay, here we go. This is so stunning. This is like definitely capturing the mood board feels. All of these are gorgeous. Look at that. The lights playing off of the water. Oh my god. This is incredible. Wow. Makes me wish I also got the weekly kit because I'm sure that's just as beautiful. Here are the swatches. I love that. That's cool. And then the stamps and frames. Look at her. What a vibe. This is so gorgeous. And then the torn strips. The floral washi. Washi swatches. Days and dates. Oh my god. Wow. Are you kidding me? I'm speechless right now. This is so stunning. I love this up close look at some lanterns and then this gazebo. Oh my goodness. Like, this is so ethereal and gorgeous. Look at the lights on the water. Wow. Oh, I'm so impressed with this collection. And then the bonus sheet is, as usual, a sheet of terrible washi paper. This pattern is perfect because it's almost like celestial, like constellation looking stars, but very perfect with a nighttime theme. I cannot I can't, I have no words. This is just so beautiful. If you aren't already subscribed to her decorative collections, like, what are you doing? Because every single one has been a banger. Like, this is so good. I cannot. I'm so excited to use this. But yeah, definitely subscribe, or you can purchase them month to month. If you see a mood board that you like, definitely check out her subscription service because it's amazing every single time. But that will round out my haul. Thank you so much for sticking around. I don't even know how long this is at this point, but I'm sure it's a lot. So thank you for bearing with me, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.